Welcome to Daily Revelations. So we are in Esther 1 again, and I'm going to talk a little bit about wisdom today. Your study had you going into looking at where is God in all this when he's not mentioned, and yet how is he setting this story up so that we see him without the mention of his name. And I think that's a good thing to think about just in general when we think about wisdom, is that we're not always going to get hit over the head by God to say this is truth. It's subtle. And unfortunately, our enemy is extremely subtle as well. And how do we tell the difference between this is true, this is right, and what is not? And the thing that I kept going back to as I was in my study was that the contrast is we are all sinful. We will all fail. But how humbly do I look at the places where I need to make choices? Do I just boldly crash through, kind of the example of this king that we're reading about in Esther 1, and only consult people that want to be my best friend and want me to hear the things I need to hear? Or am I willing to put myself in front of people who may not agree with me and who are willing to push me in areas that are uncomfortable, because that's where truth is? And can I be humble enough to accept that wisdom and move forward in that truth, not saying, well, I'm just going to go find somebody that agrees with me so that I can do what I want to do. Because that's basically what the king did to this poor queen is, well, you didn't do what I wanted you to do, so I'm going to act in the way that my friends who agree with me say that I should act. And unfortunately, that gets us into deeper and deeper holes of just us thinking we're extremely wise when we're really not. Because God's truth, when we read it, will correct us all the time. Doesn't mean that we're going to be perfect. The Bible is filled with examples of unperfect people. So we are in good company. The wonderful thing is that God shows us over and over again that if we turn to him, we change our ways, that he is a forgiving and merciful and righteous God that will see us in our brokenness and still love us. And so, oftentimes I will tell people that if you are coming to a point of needing to make a decision, are you acting out of fear, out of an aggravated state that you just have to do something or nothing's going to happen? Or is there this peace that is surrounding you that says, yes, this is the way forward? And it may disagree with everything that's up here. But that's what you need to do, because that is the wise counsel that God has given you, that you need to move forward and do that. I know I have some big decisions to make this week as I learned some news about my diagnosis and all the dates and things that are coming up and what I'm going to choose to do for my treatment based on the advice of people that have just come into my life, and learning to trust their expertise, but not going blindly as well. We all have situations like that in our lives. And so I just encourage you to seek out that peace, to draw on God's wisdom, to be humble and say, I don't know everything, and I probably won't know everything, but I need to trust that God's going to put people in my life that will lead me in the right direction. So I hope that's an encouragement for you today. And keep reading Esther 1, keep studying that, keep seeing how God's going to speak to you specifically in this reading, not just how he's spoken to me. So have an awesome day, and I'll see you again tomorrow, everybody. Bye.